We're going live.
Okay, so hello YouTube and hello everyone. Yeah, I'm gonna start by introducing myself. I believe you know me, but everyone know me but Casio. So as I always say, I'm a business student. I'm currently looking for a new job, and I think English can help me with that, and that's one of the reasons I'm learning. So I'm really glad to be here today, and I hope to see you guys here all the time. Okay, come back. Let me see. Malu, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, so hello guys, my name is Malu. I'm 24 years old. I live in São Paulo. I'm here at TNT. There are more or less 6 weeks, something like that. So you're welcome, Cássio. I work with privacy and data protection. It's called also as LGPD2. So maybe you heard about.
Okay, Fabiola, please.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Fabiola. I am 24 years old. I work as shipping supervisor, and I live in Tocantinópolis, Tocantins. So is it?
Okay, so I believe Bruna and Casio already introduced themselves, but you can say something if you want, or we can go to the next question. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I will do it again, okay? So as I said, because YouTube didn't hear me. So YouTube, I am Bruna, I live in São Paulo. I work as an English teacher. I've been attending TNT meetings since September last year. And I love this place. I feel I can be who I am, and I feel really comfortable here. And it's always a pleasure being here. Casio, if you want to, just do a quick introduction to it, okay?
Okay, as everything has present again, I will do it also. My name is Cássio. I live in Minas Gerais, Patos de Minas, and I am also looking for another job. I am improving my English, and I just found TNT, and this is my first time, and it's good. I like to speak in English, to think in English. My impression is that in English, things are a little more objective, a little more simple. When you say I do, it's directly objective. So I like to speak English. And that's me.
Okay, guys, so I'm gonna start with the first question and then we can go on, choose the next person. I'm gonna start. What do you do? Do you feel satisfied with your current job situation? For me, I already said it. I was a business student. I was at college. I finished 2 years ago, and now I'm looking for a new job. So for me, I'm not happy with my current job situation because I do need to work to have a job, to have my own money. But for me, it's I like this area of study, but I'm also passionate about another things like reading and English. I also like to study French. So I I I think this topic is really interesting because of that. It shows us we can love a lot of things, not only the thing we do for living, you know. So about what do you think, Fabiola?
Oh, I work in how I would say as shipping supervisor in a factory. And yes, I am satisfied with my job. I someday I think about change of the to another work, but now I am satisfied. I like my job and I receive good, so it's good for me.
Okay, what about you, Casio? Do you like your current job?
I am looking for another job. but I like to work with technology. I have always liked. Actually, I am looking for a way to work for companies from another country. Last week, I talked to a Portuguese recruiter in English. Part of this interview was in English, but the opportunity, the job required me to move to Portugal, and I am not planning to move to Portugal, so I had to decline. I like to work with technology. I like innovation. I like automation, and I am happy. But I need another income source. It's always the income source, because working with technology is always fun. It's always fun. So unfortunately, we need income. So I am looking for a new job.
Okay, so Malu, any thoughts?
Well, I work with privacy and data protection, and I'm looking for a job. As Castro said, I did some interviews past weeks and today, and today I had a English interview, so that was a challenge, but it works well. And I don't have a current job, but I have some projects and some places where I work with partners, something like that. So that's what I'm doing now.
What about you, Bruna?
Well, I work as an English teacher, and I like being a teacher. I think it's really great. I always feel really grateful, and I don't know. I forgot the question. Oh gosh, if I like, right, and if I am satisfied, yes, I am. I started at the new school this year. I started also having some classes here on TNT last year. So I am happier now working from home, and I really like doing what I do. That's it.
Cassie, let me just say your English is good. It's really good. We can understand you well. And for the first time here, I think I can see you are comfortable. So congrats. I'm glad you are here with us. Let me go to the next question. Do you see yourself more as an employee or a business owner? What are the characteristics needed to be each one? I'd say I'm more of an employee because I try to have my own business, and it was really hard. I tried to work as a saleswoman with beauty products, and even though I love makeup, I love using it for myself. Selling it, it's really hard. So I'd say I prefer to be a schedule, uh, uh, an income who is sure, and not you. When you have your own business, it can be hard to know how much you're gonna make this month. So it's really complicated. So I'd say first option, hands down. And for me, the characteristics, you need to be really organized and to be focused on what you want. You have to be always to have a schedule, to be prepared to deal with everything, because you can be sometimes you can't count on other people to help you because you're alone at first, at least. So it's hard. What about you, Malu?
I completely agree with you, Sarah, about the characteristics, and I'd like to add, you need ownership sense, and it comes with responsibility with your time, because sometimes I think the biggest problem is about you don't need to make the same time as a company asks. So you are more flexible with it, and it's a problem. But maybe in another side, you need to work more than if you work for 8 hours for a company. So I think it's a big challenge. And about me, if I see myself more as an employee or a business owner, I'm trying to know. I'm trying to discover that, because sometimes I feel as if the places where I've been working were not enough. Something is, I forgot, how can I say, falta algo. And maybe the best way could be try something that I own. So I don't know. I'm trying to understand it and to know, and trying different scenes. So I don't have this answer today.
You can choose someone to answer, please.
Okay, what do you think, Cassio?
I am trying to be the both things, you know. I have a lot of experience. I am working since I was 13, so I am working now for more than 35 years. One concept I am focused is to be employable. Okay, in Brazil we have a situation where we can have a CNPJ or CNPJ as a MEI, MEI. So I have my MEI. I am trying to work to a company, but not as employee, but as another company, a company working for a company, and I am the company. Okay, using MEI. I think that this concept of being employable is a better way to deal with this question, because we have good situations and bad situations in the two options. If you are employee, you can lose your job. If you are a company, you have to think about your job and the other people jobs. So there are challenges in the two models. I am more to be employable. I want to work for another business. Just for example, Bruna is a teacher. So she is a teacher. If she is teaching here, or teaching in a company, or teaching in mountains or in fields, she's a teacher. Okay, Malu is thinking about being a GPO, right? If you have the right credentials, you can work everywhere, you know, because you are a GPO. And GPO, if I remember well, is the term used to GDPR, right? In Brazil, we would have encarregado de proteção, something like that. And that's my mindset, what I am looking forward now. I want to be employable. You know, have these skills. I forgot the name, the other person. Sorry.
Fabiola.
Fabiola.
Yes, thank you. So for me, I am better being an employee. Because for me, to be an employee, we need to know, follow orders and be patient. And for to be an owner, we need to be a great leadership, you know, leadership spirit. And in my opinion, I don't have a good leadership spirit. I have a few of difficult on this topic. Is this?
Bruna, your turn.
Yeah, I think I'm just like Casio. I've been working for two schools nowadays, but I also have a few private students, and I've been trying to do both, but I still don't know. I'm trying to understand because just like Fabiola said, uh, leading skills like leadership skills are really hard. I know I have some of them. Last year I worked as a coordinator at a school, and it was really challenging. So at the same time, I like being a leader. I don't like either, like the issues we have being leaders are really complicated, and I don't know if I want to face them uh, in the same amount I faced last year. So I think I will go with Cass, and just talking about what we need to, like the skills or the things we need to do or be to be employee or business owner. I think you answered everything, but about being an employee, you need to listen and also to make yourself heard, because sometimes it is complicated to point and to express your opinions, in the team, and to be heard. It can be a challenge. That's it.
Okay, so thank you guys. I really enjoyed Cassio's point of view because I've never thought about it, what you said about being employable. So, Malu, can you read the next question and then answer? After you do it, please choose someone to answer after you.
Okay, so have you ever considered starting a side hustle? If so, tell us a little about your experience. If not, do you know anyone who has had this experience? Well, I am trying to start a side hustle, but I think focus is the biggest problem, especially when you are trying to understand if you want to be an employee or if you want to own your own business, and then you are trying to think and to start a side hustle. It's a lot of things. So I'm trying to do that, but also it's not my focus now. And I started that with consultants related to privacy and data protection. So a side job, and also studying other skills, other things as copywriting and other things that are not related to my current job and my current position. So that's it. And I also know some people who has this experience and started your own business in the same time that has another position, and it's working well. Of course, it takes more time than if you are just focused in your own job, but 2 years after start, it's pretty good. So I think it's a I think it's a good way to see and a good opportunity to follow. What do you think about Fabiola? Would you like to start a side hustle?
I don't know. Sometimes I think about this, but I don't know what I can do. I already think about to open a cyber coffee, but I live in a small city, so I don't know if it's a good idea. But sometimes I really think about this. But my parents has supermarket. And for me, it's a great example because they work with it since they married. I think has 29 years, and is this that put food in our table, and pay our bills. So it's a great example for me, but I know how it's really hard to have our own business. How about you, Cassio?
The microphone, Cássio.
Someone else disabled it. I am thinking about this concept and about the video. And I think I am already doing it, because I am looking for a new job. So I don't have plan B or second option. I just have one option. And I think that keeping two business and keeping two occupations, to me, it does not work. I like to, when I'm doing something, I like to do that thing. I like to be there fulfilled. Então, no, I would not think about having a second job, a second business. It's not a good model to me. I like to work with just one thing at a time. And in technology, you already have a lot of headaches, a lot of things to do, programming languages and systems and cloud and a lot of things. And now I have already studied a lot about LGBT, and you have compliance, you have regulatories, you have wars, you have pandemics, whatever. Everything interferes with systems. So you already have a lot of headaches, a lot of problems. I would not like to keep two jobs. And that's it. And the next is Sarah and then Bruna. Okay, so Sarah.
I'll give you my answer. I'm with you. I don't think I could do that. When I was working my own business, I could say that I was alone. I didn't have another option because I wasn't working at all. So I did that. But I knew some people who had another jobs, like 9 to 5 jobs, regular jobs. And in the meantime, in their free time, they work selling products. And it has worked for many of them because some of them have even started to work only with selling products. So it was a good option for them. But for me, I don't think so. I prefer to do one thing and to do my best at that thing and just try to grow in a company or whatever I'm doing at the moment, What about you, Bruna?
Yeah, I agree with you and Cassio. I don't think so. I always make part of many projects. So like nowadays, I've been working for 2 schools and also have the students as I told you. Last year, I was working for like more than one company too. So I'm always busy doing stuff. So I don't know if I will be able to start something new, like something else. And I don't know anyone who has had this experience. I can't think of anyone. Yeah, that's it.
Felipe, with the TNT.
Yeah, that's true. Yes. So I know someone, feel it, definitely.
Yes.
Fabiola, had you answered the question?
Yes, I already answered.
Okay, because sometimes the question's mixed, because sometimes we just say the answer before the question is even True. So let's go to the fourth question. Talking about family, what are the main effects of having a side hustle? How can it impact someone's life in other areas too? Cassio, what do you think? Can a side hustle affect your family, your relationships, your friendships?
It can affect everything in your life, you know. I was reading last week some articles about putting life in job or putting job in life. So if you work a lot, the life will pass. You will not live. And everything you do affects your family, and your family affects everything you do. My family, where I live today, is just me and my wife. So it's not a lot of people to affect. But for example, if I am unemployed, my mother and my father will be worried about, and this kind of thing. So everything you do in your life, in my opinion, affects and be affected by your family, because it's the nearest, let's say, it's the nearest link you have with the world, is where from you came. So I think it affects your family in any way, and be affected by your family. I don't know what's more challenging, what's more difficult, affect or be affected, but both are difficult to deal with. And that's it. So let's go, returning to Malu, please.
Well, I think there isn't how affect. Yesterday, for example, I was talking with my boyfriend about an opportunity where I should be in another city 3 times a week, and we don't live together, but it probably affect our lives. So I think every kind of decision related to work has some impact in the life of the people who we live with, or that are near our routine. So yes. And what are the main effects? I think probably time, because, for example, if I spend more time in another city, I have 2 options: or to stay there for 3 days a week, or to pass a long time going and coming back every day. Less time that I can stay with my friends, with my family. I will be more tired. So I think there isn't how a decision don't affect those people. What do you think, Sarah? Do you have any experience that affected your family?
I can't put my finger on it. I think I can't remember any kind of situation that has that kind of impact in my life. But I do believe it's about time, you know. It's the most valuable resource we have, our time to spend with our families, with our loved ones. So if you are using all your time, your free time, that time that was supposed to be free, with another work, it can be complicated because you miss a lot of things, a lot of family meetings maybe, and for me this is really important. So that's one other reason for me to not be able to do something like a side hustle. What about you, Fabiola?
I don't know, because I think depends of the side hustle that you work with, because this can to involve your family or not. So, for example, if you work as how can I say, trabalho voluntário,
Volunteer work?
Yes. So this can involve your family or not, so but I think this kind of work can have effects of your family or with your free time, so I think it depends of the work that you will develop. Is this for me?
Yes, I agree with you, Fabiola. I think I was thinking about it because a side hustle is different from a second job, right? So you're doing something um, for like pleasure, you chose to do that not because you needed the money, but because you liked doing that thing and you wanted to use it just to get more money, just to earn more money. So I agree with you, Fabiola. I think it depends. Of course, even if it's something you like, this can impact your time, right? And you may lose friends, or you may this can interfere some of your relationships. But uh, just like Fabiola said, maybe your family or friends can be there with you if it's something you like, and uh, if it's not a second job, like something, it is something pleasant, maybe your family and friends can be there too. That's it.
I could be speak again. For
Of
example, in
course.
the Philip cases, I am sure that when he started with TNT 5 years ago, his family didn't think how big this project could be, and now this is the main project or the main job in his life. So in this case, he's affecting his family. This affected his family.
Definitely.
Okay, guys, so we don't have much time. I believe 10 minutes. I'd like to skip to some question. I think is interesting. If I may, let me see. Question 7. How can you know a side hustle can turn into a full-time job? Which criteria should be used to make this decision? This is a hard one, and I believe you should be always careful about your business and if it's profitable, not only aspirational. I'm a practical person, so I don't only think about my emotions, how do I feel it, how do I feel doing it, but about if it's worth it in money terms as well. So I would consider that, and to have support of your family, as Bruna said, can impact as well, because you can see yourself doing that in the future. That is important, that you feel fulfilled with your current job, and you see the side hustle makes you more accomplished, makes you feel more accomplished than your current job, your regular job. I think you should do it. What do you think, Fabiola?
I totally agree with you. I think depends of the case, if these can give money for you, for you pay your bills, and I think it's this. And if we have some satisfaction doing it, I think in this case can be a good idea. Um, if you if this can turn your full-time job.
What about you, Cassio? Any thoughts?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it because I think that it depends on your objectives, your original objectives. Because, for example, if you have a second occupation or a hustle where you are being fulfilled by that activity, and if it paying you for, do you keep your life and pay the bills and everything, uh, it will happen. It will happen when you and you get the objectives you were searching for. I don't know. I think it will depend on the feeling. You have to be there to feel if if it's enough to you to just change. Because changing is very difficult. Uh, uh, you have to just turn the key. And I think it's complicated, but I think that will be a kind of feeling when you feel that your hustle is better or is more, I think, more positive than your regular job. You just turn. But I am thinking about another question. When you turn the key, okay, we will not have your regular job anymore. Now your job is your old hustle. What will you do? Look for another hustle? So in this case, I think it will be this kind of feeling, because when you feel that it pays you, it's more satisfying. Just like told Fabiola, you will just turn the key. But it depends on the life, For example, when will it happen? If this is happening now, we have a world living in a pandemic situation and coming in a war situation. So everything is a lot of doubts, a lot of questions, uncertainty with the future. So I think this is a feeling, a set of feelings depending on the context. That's it. Now I have to pass the word. Okay, Malu, please continue.
I don't think it's an easy decision, but I think it's about results. So results can be money, but also can be growth of the business and the impact in your life. So impact can be happiness or more time or doing something that you like more than your first position. So I think those metrics can be used to make a decision, but it's not easy. I don't think it's easy, and I don't have a special answer to how to change the key. So I really think I agree with Cassio about the feeling and take risks.
Yeah.
Live is a risk.
Yeah. Bruna, have you talked about?
Not yet. That question is really, really hard, but I will go with the guys. I think with Malu and Casio and everyone. I think it is hard to tell, right? Uh, but I was thinking here, if you start something as a pleasure and like to spend some time just to relax or to think of something else, the idea is not turning this into a job, because you are doing it for pleasure, just to have fun, and you like take advantage of this pleasure to earn some money. If you change this key, it can be tricky and risky, and it can it can be a problem actually. You are just like as you said, you may need to do something else. Like this can bring you some problems for you, and you have to think of something else to bring you some to bring joy to your life, or to do something you like, another hobby maybe. So it is complicated, but as the guy said, maybe following your heart, and understanding this can be risky and doing it if you feel like. That's it.
Yeah, maybe you won't love it so much anymore once it's a full-time job, so we have to be careful about it. Guys, I don't think we have much time. Bruna, can you,
I think
how
we have
much,
time like
how many?
for the let me let's do like this. I will call the guys back then, and we can one 1 minute earlier so we can check to the other guys how was it. Cass, you share
Okay.
with us. Thank you so much, Sarah. How was your first experience, Cass? Did you like it?
I loved it. It's really good to have a chance to speak in English and to listen in English and to know another people, to know new people. To me, it was a pleasure, and I really thank you all, you all for this opportunity. It was great, really
Very
great.
good. Don't go yet. We still have a few things to talk. I'm bringing the guys back. I will check with them how the conversation was. And let's see. Monica, how was the conversation? Did you like it? I always like to ask you because you're really sincere. So how was it for you?
Uh,
Monica, I can't hear you. It's breaking down a little bit. Can you say it again?
to discuss. Oh, yes. Do you hear me
Yes, it's
now?
better now. It's better.
Oh, okay. I love the conversation. Sometimes the subject was just a little confused by the definition of the subject. I think that it's difficult to understand what is a business hour, employee, and side hustle. I think that's a different culture to us to understand, and sometimes can be stay more confused about the subject. But I love the subject, Bruna. I love
Very
to see here.
Very good. That's great, Monica. Thank you so much. I love having you here. And yes, like at the first time I saw this team, I thought this doesn't exist. This is a second job, you know. I I thought it was just a name for a second job, but I tried to change my mind and understand better the meaning of it. Let's check with Nicole. How was it, Nicole? And I want to ask you question number 6. Talking about general scenario in Brazil, which term describes it better? A second job or a side hustle? This is hard. What are the
Yes.
differences?
What are the difference between second job and side hustle? Uh, I think that you can consider side hustle like maybe a hobby. I don't know if you don't think about the financial part. I think you can consider like a hobby. For example, music, or like Mario is learning gaming programming. I think it's like a hobby maybe if you don't think about the financial part. I think that for me is this.
Very good. Thank you so much. I loved your answer. I agree.
Thank you.
Claudio, how was the conversation? Did you like it?
Yes, was great because I now stopped to think about these words, so we can discuss about this. And I think is for me, it's the best be a employee of some company and have my weekends to rest and spend my time with my wife and pets and something.
Very good. You brought a great point. And yes, if you are your own boss, you have to work 24/7. It's complicated. My
Yeah.
my parents has his own company. It's hard. I need to go. Leilani, thank you so much. Guys, before you go, I will send you the link to the feedback. So it's the first link. Please go there. Don't forget, it's really important. And let me share something. If you don't want to give us a 10, and if you give like a 7 or an 8, just tell I didn't like because of this and that, so that we can know how we can improve as a team, you know. Your feedback's really, really important for us. So if you didn't like the topic, the questions, the hosts, just share with us. This really matters. uh, We also have the link. The second one is the link to TNT's website. So if you want to have classes, we have classes for beginners and intermediate students. This is not a class, it's just a conversation, as you could see. But if you want classes, you just have to go to the second link. And the last one is the link to this live. We are going live on YouTube right now, so you can click there, like, follow us on YouTube, subscribe to our channel, and have access to the videos. Okay, I really hope you have enjoyed today's meeting. I really have to thank you. Cassio, feel free to come more often. You're really welcome here. And I think that's all. Sarah, would you like to add anything?
I'm thankful for being here today because I get to meet new people and to share something care about, that is business, because I have a business degree, and for me that's important to know more about what people think about it. So thank you guys, and I hope you have a nice day, a nice night. It's night already, so I hope I see you again here.
Thank you so much, Nicole, Mário, João, Catherine, Elisandra, Cássio, Mônica, Fabiola, Mércia. Thank you so much. I really hope you have a great night and see you. Okay? Thank you, Mônica,
Thank
for the
you.
message.
All
Bye.
right.